tell us about the worst places to live. He took my beer away. Tell us about the worst places in the country to retire. And let's start with number one.
You know, I listened to the previous report, though, Simon. I thought maybe we could talk about the best and worst planets to retire to. Just kidding.
Okay, on the best and worst beers to drink. But let's go with the number one on your list. The worst place to retire is Connecticut.
That's right. Connecticut earns the dubious distinction of being the worst place. It displaced Illinois, which last year was the worst place to retire to. And the truth of the matter is they actually tied, but Connecticut won on the tiebreaker. It had overall higher income taxes, a higher cost of living, and higher property taxes versus Illinois. So it now has, at least for the next 12 months, the honor of being the worst place for retirees to settle down for their golden years.
That's interesting. I'm surprised at that. Illinois, which is freezing, right? That's the next one. Chicago.
Chicago, Illinois. So a couple things about Chicago. One is from a fiscal health point of view, it's underfunded by 51%. So that's a big problem. That means that taxes will likely rise there. Property taxes on average are $3,500, which makes it the 7th highest state in the country. Income taxes are not as bad at the moment, but they're likely to rise. And in terms of cost of living, it's not so bad. It's only it's the 33rd highest state in the country. But in terms of climate,
what about Vermont? Vermont looks lovely. It's green. It's green all year because they got evergreens. What's wrong with Vermont?
Well, Vermont and most of the Northeast states and many of the Midwest states have the same problems in general. When you look at 5 factors, the state's fiscal health, the property taxes, the income tax burden, cost of living in general, and the climate, when you look at all those 5 factors, Vermont comes out high in many of them. Yes, it's very pretty, but it's very cold. It has high property taxes. It has income taxes. And so, you know, and its pension plans are also underfunded as well.
Okay, so you're not retired, or maybe you are. I don't know. Massachusetts. Presumably, Massachusetts has a high tax burden too, and you said that's one of the worst places to retire.
That's right. But if I had to bet my money now, Simon, I would say New Jersey is perhaps among New Jersey and New York are also among the worst places to retire. In terms of property taxes, New Jersey has the highest property tax rate in the country. On average, people pay $6,500 in property taxes there. Their income tax rate is the 6th highest. And in terms of the cost of living, it's number 7. New York is very much the same. Cost of living, 4th highest in the country. Property taxes, 4th highest in the country. Income tax, 3rd highest in the country. The only thing that New York has going for it at the moment is that its pension plans are mostly funded.
Dennis, does this sort of shatter any illusions about retiring here?
Well, you know, if your criteria is what the tax burden is, then the answer is going to be pretty clear. Are there surveys, self-reporting surveys from people inside states, retirees, who give an indication about how they feel about their retirement?
I don't have any at my fingertips, but I'll tell you this. I mean, this criteria that we use largely depends on your expenditures, you know, and they largely fall on taxes, income taxes, property taxes, which are some of the biggest taxes that retirees face, especially those living on a fixed income. Now, the truth of the matter is most people won't move out of the state in which they live. They prefer to age in place. So the most important factor, the factors that we evaluated, may be different for each and every person.
Got to stop you there, Robert Powell of Market Watch.